Beginning of British rule in India. In this chapter, we will study how the Britishers gained control over India. The British people, or the Britons, are the citizens of United Kingdom of Great Britain. It has invaded 22 countries in the world in its long history, and India was one among those countries. In 1498, a Portuguese sailor, Vasco da Gama, landed India in Calicut. In this way, the Portuguese became the first to trade with India. India was a rich country and was famous all over the world for its textiles, spices, gold, pearls, etc. Soon after Portuguese, the Dutch, French also started trade with India. Meanwhile, some British merchants formed the East India Company in 1600. Their queen gave them the charter of trade to trade with India. When East India Company first came to India, the ruler of India was Jahangir, the Mughal emperor, who gave them the permission to set up a factory in Surat in 1612. The Britishers set up big trading centers at Surat, Bombay, Madras and Calcutta and turned them into forts. The British gained great profits and were greedy for more. They broke rules and misused the facilities granted to them by the Mughal rulers. The Britishers made trading centers in the western and eastern coasts. They bought many spices and textiles from India. For some time, their main concern was only trading. At that time, the Mughal Empire in India had started declining. The British took advantage of the constant fighting between them and started gaining control over India. The first stage of the British conquest of India was marked by the Battle of Plassey in 1757. At that time, Bengal was the richest province in India, so the Britishers wanted to get control over the Bengal. Two wars were fought between the Britishers and Indians over Bengal, which were Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the Battle of Buxar. Both the wars were completely defeated by the Britishers. Siraj-ud-Dowla, the Nawab of Bengal, he ordered the removal of British army and all the fortifications. When the British refused, he declared war on them. Siraj-ud-Dowla was captured and put to death. This was the first step towards the conquest of Bengal. Another battle, the Battle of Buxar, took place in 1764. It was fought between the Nawab of Bengal, Nawab of Awadh and the Mughal Emperor on one side and the British on the other. The British emerged victorious again. Thus, Bengal finally came under British rule. This made the company very powerful. The Revolt of 1857, or the First War of Independence. There were many causes for the revolt. However, the flashpoint was reached when the soldiers were asked to bite off the paper cartridge for the newly introduced Enfield rifles, which were reportedly greased with beef and pig fat. This was against the religious beliefs of Hindus and Muslim sepoys. So they refused to use the greased cartridges, and when they were forced to use the cartridge, it led to the rise of revolt and soon became the First War of Independence. The revolt spread rapidly to other parts of India. Different leaders led the revolt in different parts of India. Some of the prominent leaders were Nana Sahib, Tatia Tope, Rani Lakshmi Bai and Liaquat Ali. But the British had superior weapons and greater military strength. Many Indians also sided with the British. The revolt continued for a year before it was crushed by the Britishers. The revolt failed because it lacked proper leadership and was not planned properly. After the revolt, the company's rule was brought to an end, and India came under the direct rule of British Crown, and Queen Victoria became the Emperor of India.